this is Animat, and welcome back to the Muppet Vlog. Now this time we're going to be looking into the 20th episode of the second season of The Muppet Show, which includes Petula Clark. Now for those of you who are not familiar with the name of Petula Clark, she is actually one of the big celebrities that actually came out of the British invasion. In fact, she is actually one of the most well-known female performers that came out during that era. She has written some very well-known, well, not written, she actually sung some, maybe she actually wrote them as well, but she is actually well-known to sing some very well-known songs that came out of that era. These include Downtown, I Know a Place, My Love, A Sign on the Times, I Couldn't Live Without Your Love, Color My World, This Is My Song, and Don't Sleep in the Subway. But not just that, like, I can't even just say that she's a very well-known British singer. I might as well just call her a very famous European singer, because she has actually done some singles, and so, like, actually some big hits as well, in French, in Italian, and in German, so she absolutely is multi-talented. But the only problem that came out of this was in the episode that she appeared in. And, you know, I'm gonna be very honest with this one, it sucked. And it's not because of Petula Clark. She is actually one of the highlights of this episode. She was one of the, she's one of the very few parts that actually was good about it. The biggest issue with this episode is pretty much the whole story and, like, what they're trying to do with it. Because, basically, the whole plot is that suddenly there is a moose in the theater. It's pretty much very similar to what they did in the Julie Andrews episode, where suddenly there's this random cow backstage and they don't know who it belongs to. But the only difference is that where in the Julie Andrews episode they used a real-life cow, in this one, this is a Muppet moose. This one actually talks. This one actually, you know, like, he just barged in and, like, he communicates with Kermit and stuff like that. And for some weird reason, he talks like John Wayne. Why? We don't know. But the reason why this is so weak is mostly because I feel like for this episode, I don't know what's wrong with it, but the writers, they feel like the only reason why they want to do this is because they just want to dish out, like, a series of dumb moose jokes and a lot of dumb Disney jokes as well, considering that the moose's name is Mickey, so yeah. But yeah, like, overall, like, I don't know what it is, it feels like just a consecutively long episode, like, that's just, like, one of the sketches, like, At the Dance or Veterinarian's Hospital, which, by the way, both of them actually do appear in this one, and, like, I don't know why that, like, they feel such a need to just fill this episode with, like, all these moose jokes and stuff like that. Like, it actually even makes the Swedish Chef bit pretty weak, because the chef just wanted to make some chocolate mousse, so you can imagine, like, what the pun is right there. But yeah, like, it's just not as funny. Like, I feel like, because in the last episode with Peter Sellers and also J.P. Morgan, like, the comedy was fantastic. You know, like, they were going over the top, they were going wacky with it. Like, it really felt elaborate, it felt fantastic, it really felt what made the Muppets the Muppets. But in here, however, this feels like it's going back into Season 1 territory, where they're relying more on dumb puns. And, like, they're just not funny in general. It just, you know, it's not really that amusing. But I will say, however, there are some moments that actually are great. And like I said before, the real highlight of this episode is actually Petula Clark. The one thing that I will admit, she is honestly one of the better singers in here. Not to say that, like, the singers in a lot of the singers in the Muppet Show are bad. It's just this one, for some reason, with Petula Clark, she definitely does stand out. And she definitely has some great moments. She would sing The Boy from Ipanema, and, like, she would sing with a giant Muppet. Like, they have previously used that guy before, but, you know, it's honestly crazy, like, just the sheer size of this guy. He even dwarfs some of the bigger Muppets like Thog or Sweetums. Like, it's honestly crazy. But at the same time, she would also sing some other songs as well. including I Really Love You, where she would sing with Rolf, and she would also sing the finale with Tomorrow. So it definitely was a lot of fun, but the thing is that she's just the guest star. She's not carrying the entire episode. I mean, I think Statler and Waldorf actually said it best that, you know, with the sketch, after one of her sketches is that she has she's got to have a really tough time because she's not, she doesn't have to just carry the whole sketch, she has to carry the entire show. But the thing is, she's just a singer. She's not like Peter Sellers last time, where, he's so wacky and over the top, the Muppets have to get up to that, get up to his level. In this one, it just feels like, you know, she's one of the regular guest stars, and the Muppets try to do their own thing, but the problem is their own thing is just rather weak. And, I mean, there is one other sketch that is pretty good as well, is actually, they decided to do a classic, you know, a classic saloon scene with, with cowboys and stuff like that, but it's entirely done by chickens, and Gonzo is the bartender. There's no dialogue, but, you know, it actually is a lot of fun. It actually is pretty cute. Not like one of the absolute best Muppet sketches, but it definitely is enjoyable. It has it is charming, it is funny, and it's absolutely cute. So it's pretty much an entire chicken saloon scene. But yeah, overall, I mean, there really isn't much to say about it. I mean, well, actually, there is one more thing I forgot to mention as well, that the opening act as well, there is, they're just singing, it's actually Link, Hogthrob, Scooter, Fozzie, Gonzo, and Robin. They were singing a sea shanty, which, you know, it's fun, it is fine as an opening, but, it's not really strong, but, you know, it's kind of disappointing how it is one of the better moments of the episode, because, it's just, you know, it feels like, it's just a small appetizer of what's going to be coming up, for what's supposed to be coming up in the episode. But overall, I would say that this is probably one of the weakest episodes of The Muppet Show. It's just not funny, because for some reason in here, they're just heavily dependent on these puns that don't even work in the first place, with this random moose that came out of nowhere. They want to try to introduce this character, but there's nothing memorable about this moose, other than the fact that his name is close to Mickey Mouse, and that he has a John Wayne voice. So, the moose definitely sucked. The episode sucked because, it just relies on dumb puns for no apparent reason. And honestly, there's just nothing that really retains, or nothing that truly stands out as a Muppet Show episode. I mean, there are a few sketches that are cute, I will admit, and Petula Clark was definitely fantastic doing her own thing, but she was just being the guest star and nothing really more. She didn't do anything else to really carry this episode forward. In fact, the most that she would do is just, she would carry, the moose plot with it. So, honestly, this is one of the episodes that I would honestly just recommend that you better skip. It's not all that great, and it's rather unfortunate, because with someone that has the talents like Petula Clark, she definitely would deserve a much better episode than this. So overall, I would say that this is absolutely underwhelming. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this episode of the Muppet Vlog, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and let's just hope that things can absolutely pick up from here, because honestly, we've reached into Season 1 territory, so hopefully in the next episode, it'll just pick up from there. So we will only know until next time, so until then, see you later, dudes!